Referring to your mind for confirmation means you can only do what your belief system allows. We're kind of then trapped, if you like, in a world that is subject to whatever we've taken on as a belief system, whatever conclusions we've come to in the past. It's like they get set in stone. And so as long as we're referring to the mind, trying to figure things out, trying to work out what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, how we can improve things, and we're just referring to our thinking mind for that, it's a very limited experience. You know, we have another option, intuition, and we all have that. You know, I've been very intuitive most of my life. However, I've then referred to my mind to check in. You know, is that accurate? Is my intuitive hit? Is it correct? You know, and I've talked myself out of it time and time again. Discarded that direct knowing that kind of I feel to be true, but the mind comes in and it checks our immediate surroundings, communicates with other people, and then discards the information because there's no proof, there's no evidence that this intuition is correct. And, you know, at the end of my day or a few days later, the intuitive hit has been proved correct time and time again, every time actually. You know, and then I kick myself like, why didn't I listen to that? It would have made life so much easier. And that's the truth of the matter actually, is through my meditation practice, I've refined my intuition. I've learned to trust my intuition. It's become louder, if you like. And it's become more obvious time and time again that it is accurate. It is an effective way of operating in the world. We don't have to refer to the mind to check if something's correct or not. It's just a database of information of everything that we've experienced in the past. And that might be down to, you know, experiences that were challenging, that weren't nice. And so if we kind of hold on to the understandings that we've gained from those experiences, then it kind of limits what we know to be true. It prevents us from seeing clearly what's in front of us right now, and for allowing that beautiful intuition to come through to help us, to guide us. You know, intuition's from the heart. You know, it's a much more accurate compass than the linear mind. Just thinks in circles, the linear mind. It can only go over what it's already understood to be true. You know, it's not enabled to access the universal database, if you like, you know, whereas intuition, it's accurate. And, you know, it's really helpful, I think, to start to listen to that intuition, start to recognize that actually it's a much more accurate operating system to go by, to navigate by the heart, to navigate through intuition. It's for me has made my life so much easier, so much simpler. You know, it's almost just like I always know the answer if I pay attention. If I don't jump to conclusions, if I don't follow what the mind says, it might be correct. But, you know, to pause, pay attention. Is there anything else I'm missing? So I can kind of open up into the spacious awareness, you know. The heart's a kind of the spacious quality in the brain, whereas the thinking mind is linear. So both are useful. We're not discarding thinking, we're not making it wrong or bad, but we're just opening up to a fuller experience so that we can tap into that intuition, and that can kind of help guide us much more accurately and much more gently and enjoyably through everyday life, so we can actually enjoy the ride, enjoy every single moment. We haven't got to wait till things line up just so for us to have an enjoyable experience, and we haven't got to second guess ourselves because this intuition's so accurate. It's always there, but, you know, pay attention so that you can actually recognize that intuitive hit and follow it rather than doubt yourself, second guess yourself, look for proof. You know, trust it, see where it takes you. You might find that life just opens up and gets much more radiant and beautiful and gentle and easy. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share, you know, share it with other people. If you've got any thoughts about it, you want to let me know what you think about this topic, then put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Whatever you do, wherever you go, have a wonderful day.